Hello and welcome to episode 183 of the Musketeers' favorite podcast, Whammy Award-winning Fedcast, the Fox News of the IWC, coming to you from inside the Fed Zone. My name is Steven, with me as always.
Listen.
And we're here to talk to you about the wacky world of wrestling for the week of April 11th, 2016.
Right.
Yes.
Of course, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
The no horns signal that we lost another professional wrestler.
Yes, we did.
I do believe over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Blackjack Mulligan.
Yes.
Robert Jack Wyndham.
Mm-hmm.
Passed away, age 73. Had health issues.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get up there in age...
73 is, I mean, it's sad to say, but for a professional wrestler, 73 is pretty good. It's unfortunate, but it's
still young.
Yes, definitely.
But, you know, he did have a heart attack a couple months ago, and when you're, again, 73...
Yeah.
In your 70s, that's not good.
No.
So he unfortunately passed away.
Yes.
First off, I want to say kudos to his grandkids who did work last night.
Yes.
Kudos to you for going on, you know.
Yeah. That
show must go on, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But this is the thing with Blackjack. The reason why I bring up his grandsons and his sons, Barry and Kendall Wyndham. We're not familiar with Blackjack Mulligan. I'll be completely honest with you. The most I know about Blackjack Mulligan is that I saw him as a talking head on a couple DVDs.
You know what? I probably did too. I'm sure it's not even ringing a bell though.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, he's one of the old guard that just sort of kind of flew under our radar.
Of course, part of the Blackjacks with Jack Lanza.
Yes,
they were put in the Hall of Fame. 2006, they were inducted by Bobby Heenan. Manager.
That's about as much as I know. Like, I do know that they were, I do know the Blackjacks a little bit, but they were definitely before my time.
I believe it was JBL and somebody else who came in to be the new Blackjacks.
Yes.
In the late 90s?
Yeah.
I don't know who the other one was.
I don't remember who the other guy is.
But it was Blackjack late...
Blackjack, Bradshaw, Blackjack, fuck.
I can't remember the other one.
Yeah.
But there was a legacy there.
Yeah.
People do know him. WWE was kind enough to, obviously, have the header at the top of Raw last night. He did work for WWF. This is all research again. Yes. I did research. I have it in front of me.
Yeah.
Because off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. So I'm sure there'll be other people who can eulogize this man a heck of a lot better.
Yes.
But it is always sad when a professional wrestler passes away, and we figured we'd needed to say something. I mean, again, this is not, like, we definitely don't mean any disrespect by not being able to, recall as much as we would like to, but in all honesty, just, we know his family more than we knew him. We definitely know his legacy, but we don't know the man himself. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with Barry, Kendall, Bo and Bray, and even IRS, Mike Ray Rotunda, that's his father-in-law. So, our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to them.
Absolutely.
Like I said, we just figured we'd say a quick thing, but I'm sure, like I said, a lot of more people are going to eulogize him a lot better than we have.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Godspeed, Blackjack Mulligan. We move on. To a full show.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
This is we haven't had this in a while because you throw New Japan in there, it becomes a full show.
Yeah.
So some things will get shortchanged. It happens.
That's life. I mean, again, we don't want this to be a 3-hour show, especially now, which is I have to do another warning again, because apparently my immune system decides to not do things anymore, so I'm sick again.
I'm sure you're gonna sound velvety smooth.
Oh, aren't I though? Oh yeah, I'm gonna sound fantastic. I got a cold again for the second time in a month. Like I said, my immune system just decided, we're done here.
Also, that's what happens when it's April.
Yeah,
it's still snowing.
The weather is kind of not helping, and in a lot of the personal things I've been dealing with, it's just one of the reasons our Batman show hasn't happened. I helped somebody move out of my home. Yes, ladies, I'm single. Because, there's so many ladies.
I know it's an audio show, but you gotta give him the double gun Isaacs from Love Boat on that one.
Of course you do. One of the things I did was I did most of the moving myself, because apparently I'm far too nice a guy, and it was definitely bloody cold, so I think that was what did it, really. That mixed with some germ I picked up somewhere.
So there you go.
So I got sick twice in a month, and I'm feeling like absolute hell.
So that's a look inside.
So this show is going to be great, folks.
Fedcast.
Yeah.
You're going to be more surly than usual.
Yeah.
Which is saying something, because you're always surly.
That's true. I really have cultivated that personality, haven't I? It's not intentional, but I mean, it's. I mean, you call it what it is,
like
right?
You're a few steps from yelling at people to get off your lawn at this point.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've been told that. So that's life, man. Like, again, wait till the Batman one comes and I start talking about Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Deal with it, people.
You're just assholes. Like, I'm not waiting for the Batman podcast.
I ain't waiting, man.
I'm saying it on the wrestling one.
That's right.
I liked it. Fuck you.
And eventually, when we get to doing that, man, you'll hear my review. Because seriously, everybody who didn't like that movie, fuck you guys.
You will feel the rage of Steve.
That's right, man. Die-hard Batman for life.
Either way.
Yes.
TNA.
Oh yeah.
Start with TNA.
What we're doing here?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Where am I? Who are you?
Doing?
What are you doing in my room?
Why the hell? I don't know where I am.
Where are my pants?
Yeah, that is a question I do have to ask. Where the hell are my pants?
Visual gags.
I've lost it, folks. Let's just move on. TNA.
Yeah, woohoo. Mm-hmm. Revenge.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Hardy's Revenge.
No.
I tried.
Revenge. It's apparently
it's now
got a little dash in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's now, it's definitely 2 words now. Or hyphenated at least.
Hyphenated. Nope.
It's
not how the English language works,
No,
Jeffrey.
Because apparently that's the thing. Like, hey, TNA officials, don't start listening to him.
Yeah.
All right? He's kind of a simpleton.
So, either way, he got his revenge. His revenge.
Yes.
In a pretty solid match.
Yeah.
It opened the show, cage match against the UI.
Mm-hmm. It seemed kind of weird to open a show with a cage match, but hey, whatever you want to do.
Whatever. There was only 4 matches in the whole show.
There was.
They kind of did. Do you feel that they kind of structured it as like a pay-per-view type?
They definitely did.
Because in a world where they only get one pay-per-view a year, they're going to have to do these TV specials where they structure it kind of as a...
They did and they didn't. I mean, they definitely did because everything had like a feel of like everything's very important. So they definitely like punched.
Well, every match meant something.
Yeah,
somewhat.
But at the same time, there was still a lot of talking segments that made me just
still TNA. At the end of the day, it's still TNA.
But that was what made me confused. I'm like, okay, so you're going for this revenge deal. Like,
I know.
Why the hell are you talking so much?
Because unfortunately, it's still TNA. And TNA, they like to talk.
They do
a lot.
Mm-hmm. I thought the new champion was supposed to change that.
Yeah. Nope.
That didn't happen.
Dixie, Gail, Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much Dixie says, I don't like any of the shenanigans going on in the women's division. The Knockouts division, because that's still a thing.
Let's see how quickly that ends.
Take the hint, guys.
Yeah, really. I did like the fact that Dixie went to Maria and been like, who did you talk to? Seriously, who'd you talk to? And Maria's like, that person.
Billy.
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 Yeah, Billy. Not Billy Corgan.
You didn't talk to Billy.
No.
No, I meant Billy from the mailroom.
From catering. He knows. He knows stuff.
Yeah. So basically, she says, Gail, you're fighting both Jade and Madison Rain. Gail's like, yeah, that's fine.
All
I
right,
don't
whatever.
care.
Sure. I was
very Roman Reigns
anyway.
about it. Very nonchalant. Like, I don't give a shit.
Apparently.
There was stuff with Jeff in the back.
Yeah, it's just, I don't care.
I don't know.
No.
Saying he's going to pay close attention to the main event because he's still going after the world title.
Is he?
There was the final word with Matt and Drew, where they got to get their final word before their match against each other in the main event.
All of this stuff, we could have been having a match.
That's all I'm saying.
Just saying.
That's all I'm saying.
The final word that we didn't need, because we already knew these guys didn't like each other, because you set it up in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah,
so we didn't need this.
And then, for some weird reason, this became a through line for the rest of the show.
Yep.
Tyrus,
yep.
who, if you forgot, because everybody did, including people in the company,
yep,
won a Bound for Gold tournament back in October.
Nobody cares.
Which affords him not Money in the Bank-like status, where he can just come in. He has to declare before a championship match is about to take place that he wants in on the match.
Yeah.
And then he declares, cool, he's in. It becomes a triple threat, fatal four-way, however many people.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says in this promo that maybe I can cash in tonight. Maybe I'll be a triple threat. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
And then through the rest of the episode,
yep.
he runs into EC3, he talks to Spud, just this, like, teasing, like...
back and forth, like, hey, maybe I'll do it. Maybe he'll do it.
And then the payoff is just...
lame.
The shits.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes, it was absolutely useless.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Lashley and the Pope, he beat the Pope up.
Because, reasons.
But on the plus side, because the Pope was in a match, he wasn't on commentary all night.
He wasn't, and that was great.
JB and Josh Matthews.
Which I never thought I would be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Because usually they suck, but you know what? It's better than the Pope.
Can the Pope stick to wrestling? The Pope can talk, which makes no sense why he's not a good commentator, because he can talk a streak.
Well, the thing is, he can cut a good promo. He can't extend that to commentary. You know what I mean?
I guess not.
That's what it is.
So, yeah, stick to wrestling, Pope.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
EC3 and Mike, they're still continuing that feud.
Sure.
I do like that the feud stemmed literally from one of these segments.
Yep.
Where it was, Mike Bennett's, first night on the job, and this is when EC3 was a heel, and he just walked by and go, hey, we're kind of alike, and then EC3 blew him off.
Yeah.
And, this was a throwaway 5-minute segment, but if you call back to that, that's the whole...
That's where this started.
That's where it started.
That's where, basically, Bennett's like, you didn't give me enough respect and shit like that, and I'm like, but...
So in a world where these segments are throwaway, at least they took one and went, oh, we can build a feud off of that.
Yeah.
With two guys who can go.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give them props for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Jade won the Knockouts title.
I don't care.
In a world where we actually have now a legitimate women's wrestling division that everyone can see, not just on NXT but on WWE, the Knockouts now just look ridiculous.
They do. I mean, we've already been on the downswing with the Knockout division as well, because they used to be where the women's wrestlers go. And now they're a shell of what they used to be, and now they're more WWE than now WWE is.
Yeah.
So it's just sad to watch now, because you're just like, you're just... No. You're just nothing.
And when Jade wins, I just don't care.
No.
And I like Mia Yim, but...
As do I. I like most of the women in that division. I just don't care, because they've beaten it down so much. Like, the Dollhouse thing went on for 9 years.
Yeah.
And I just don't care.
And they brought the beautiful people back in that. I mean, there was no fault. One of them got knocked up.
One of them got knocked up.
One of them is happily with a baby now.
There's
so
only
good
so
for
much you can do with that.
So,
but I mean,
but still,
it's just it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
No.
Shane Helms wants his answer from Eddie Edwards. Of course, it's a no.
The hell you say?
And I guess they were about to jump him.
I guess.
And then Beer Money comes out, and then they want to fight, and then the Decay comes out, and then they challenge him to a title match, which they're going to win because, spoiler alert, Bobby Roode's no longer in the company.
Yeah. So
this is the unfortunate part about these taping segments, these taped matches, where you now know because Bobby Roode is in his career. You know that obviously they're going to lose the titles because,
Yeah, they could pretty much WCW it very easily, and they did a couple times over, especially with James Storm, who was in that tournament that he had no clue, and he was already on NXT television. It's sad. They film far too much in advance.
They really tape a lot, and due to the nature of the beast, where people leave the company and are on television elsewhere, not wrestling. Of course, Bobby Roode hasn't officially signed anything. He was only at the takeover thing, because he's got friends there. He's meeting friends.
He was meeting with his friends. He was meeting with the officials. There's also a rumor about Bushi as well.
That's happening with the Global Series.
Yeah.
Or if it's going to be anywhere further than that, I don't know. But as far as the Global Cruiserweight Series is concerned,
the dirt sheets are everywhere saying
Bushi's probably
he's probably going to sign blah blah blah, because apparently Vince is actually high on Nakamura. Fucking shockingly enough.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, Nakamura sent out a tweet just being like, I met Vince McMahon after my match. He shook my hand, and he had a big smile on his face. So, that's a good thing.
There you go.
Yeah, so he sees money in the weird Japanese guy. So,
cool.
Maybe that means he wants more.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
That might mean Hideo Itami still has a job.
Speaking of whatever issues in TNA, I think his name is Justin Carnes, I want to say. Mm-hmm. He went by the character of Crimson, not that Crimson. Not that guy. That guy's had a whole other litany of issues that we won't go into. But he sent a cease and desist letter to TNA about the Decay.
Okay.
Basically saying that he had a killer clown gimmick that's a lot reminiscent of Crazy Steve. And he had a stable called the Dead Wrestler Society that's a lot like the Decay.
Okay.
And now credit to where TNA credit where credit's deserved. TNA was like, listen, this isn't the first crazy clown gimmick. This isn't the first gimmick. This isn't the first stable like this.
Yeah.
this is not your idea because this wasn't our idea either. This is
just something that's out there. I mean, if you wanna get nuts, Stephen King will fucking have a field day suing all your asses.
Yeah.
I mean.